From LALATE headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LALATE.
It's a big afternoon of Afternoons LALATE with your forced stimulus check update of 2021 in this recording. In this forced stimulus check update, I go over the monthly stimulus checks you're getting under the forced stimulus package, the single biggest payout you've ever seen in the history of this recording. Stimulus checks that start in the month of July and then continue all the way to at least December. I'll go over who gets them, how much you get, and how they'll land in your bank account. But also going over in this recording is the other items of forced stimulus that are not coming back. And ultimately, you may be very surprised when you find out which items are expiring after third stimulus. Oh boy, it's time to push Purple Power because these items should come back. And some of them include even your unemployment benefits. Then I'll be covering the big money that is landing this week from third stimulus. Yes, there is big money, the money that's landing next week and the money that landed last week. There's a lot of new money handing out this week from third stimulus, and I want you to get it, and I'm going to go over it in this recording. On Evenings LA, 2 hours after this, I go over the big items under fifth stimulus, the SSI and SSDI reform, and the standalone money for single workers and also for seniors. But tonight on Afternoons LA, I'm going to go over the big money from fourth and third stimulus. And let's get to it. This is Afternoons LA. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's a Monday afternoon, and hope you are wonderful and safe. In our second afternoon show, the one before this, of course, is a live show with a Q&A every day on this channel. This is the tape show, and the most comprehensive across the board. In this show, I'm going to go over the forced stimulus check, the monthly stimulus check, who gets it, how you get it. I'll go over the items that are not in the forced stimulus package yet. You will want to push to get them included and what they are and where they are. Then I'll go over that big money for third stimulus that's landing this week. I'm going to go over rent, the business grants, the unemployment rebate from the federal government, and also all the exciting other items that are going live this next few days or last week. And then finally, the children's money going live in July, but something you got to do for it now this week in May. Oh boy, a lot of stuff. So thank you for joining me. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're new to this channel, let me tell you what LALATE is. It's the most comprehensive financial news channel there is, 24/7 reporting, comprehensive, in-depth, accurate, better than any place else on the net, and the most interactive and fun. And if you see me in the live chat right now, say hi. Hi, how are you? If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Like this video and not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. The link's in the top of the chat and also in the pinned comment. All right, let's start with forced stimulus right off the bat. Forced stimulus got a big push, ironically, today from no less than a top Republican who's retiring. That's Representative Brady, who is the predecessor to the head of the House Ways and Means Committee before Representative Neal. And what did he say? We're not doing this. That's basically what he said. We're not doing this. We're never going to do this. So guess what? If you're not doing it, then we're going to recon. I can go into more about what he said, but he basically said, we're not doing this. Well, what's going on here? And with that, that means we're going to reconciliation. The reconciliation process is what gives you a monthly stimulus check. Whether you're a House member looking at it or a senator looking at it, they're both giving you monthly stimulus checks. Let's compare the differences of the two plans across the board. So the House members want you to have a stimulus check for the remainder of the pandemic every month plus 1 year. So let me use an example. Let's say there's 4 months left to this pandemic. So they would give you those 4 months of stimulus checks, a check every month, and then they would give you a check every month for 1 year thereafter. Senators want to do less months. They want to do a stimulus check from now to December. Who are the movers and shakers? House members are progressives, senators are more moderate Democrats. And then the amount of the checks differ. The House members want the first month to be $2,000 and then $1,000 thereafter. And what I mean by one, they've actually written the bill. There's actually a bill for it. We're not guessing here, folks. The senators, the amount of the check per month is unknown because they've written letters, not a bill yet. And but word on the street is it's going to look like this: $2,000 a month over 6 months, $12,000; $1,400 a month over 6 months, $8,400. Word on the street is this is how much it will be. Now, what's important for you to understand is that there has absolutely not been a determination about how much this monthly stimulus check will be. So if you see any YouTuber with $2,000 in the title of his video or $2,000 in his thumbnail, he is drawing you in with a false narrative. There has been no agreement about 2,000. In fact, the House members say 1,000. They don't say 2,000. So who gets it? Everyone who got the third stimulus check gets the fourth. Very easy. So if you made less than 75,000, you get it. 150,000 or less, you get it. Just double the check amount you just saw on the screen. Household is a cap of 4 people. So up to 4 people, yes, all the 4 people get the amount you saw on the screen before. So you quadruple it. And yes, if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, senior benefits, SSA, retirement, yes, you get as well. The minor dependents and the adult dependents will get the same amount of the stimulus check. Is this income? No, it's not income. Is it taxable? No, it's not taxable. When would we get it? In the month of July, for the month of July as your first month, and then continuing thereafter. When would be the vote? July 4th, no later. Leader Schumer and Speaker Pelosi confirmed. So this is not going to come in waves like third stimulus. They can't do this in waves that come, every time the sky's blue or something. They can't do it. They got to do it as a monthly check when it lands per month. And the IRS can do that because guess what they're doing with the children's check that's coming up later in this recording. So yeah, this would be a monthly check. And again, this would go by a reconciliation process. So that's a 2-month process with 2 bills that would start in May and end in July. And that reconciliation process is the same as the 5th stimulus package, which will also go by a reconciliation process. Step 1 is 1 bill. Step 1 is that first procedural bill that says, do you agree to do a recon? Yes. House vote? Yes. Senate vote? Yes. President signs the law? Done. Then they go back and do the substantive bill. What is the substantive bill? They put in everything the president wants: the roads, the climate, the infrastructure, and then they add in stuff. The add-ons are the stimulus checks. The add-ons could be other add-ons. I'm getting to those later in this recording because, trust me, you want other add-ons in this 4th stimulus package. There's some items in there that absolutely need to be in there, and we haven't heard about them yet. That's coming up later in this recording, so stay with me. And then off to the Senate to a vote. Now, the senators could do the add-ons at the Senate level, or they could do the add-ons at the House level. Either or. If the senators do at the Senate level, you would see the actual stimulus check add-on or an amount the final 2 days of this entire process. Talk about cliffhanger. Yeah, it's a cliffhanger. The final 2 days, the final 24 hours, they have an event called, 48 hours, they have an event called the Votorama. I know it sounds like a bad B-52 song, but it's the Votorama. And that Votorama is when they introduce amendments. And that's literally the final moment you would see those stimulus checks. Incredible, great news. And so this is your 4th stimulus check update for 2021 today. There you go. That is where it goes, and that's where it comes. Now, what you need to know is that there's a series of other items that are set to expire across the American landscape from the 3rd stimulus package, the 2nd, and the 1st, and the president has yet to talk about them. And I'm going to go over those right now. There's a series of items, and boy, and they're expiring. And boy, I mentioned them on Mornings LA today, and I saw the comments while I was live, and people were just shocked. They just sort of assumed that they were continued. And I was like, no. And they're like, well, can the president do it by executive order? I mean, he can, but my concern is no one's talking about this stuff. No one is talking about these things expiring except me and you. So ultimately, Purple Power, do your thing. The viewers of this channel I affectionately call Purple Power. And because of their ability to get, because of their advocacy to get economic reform that needs to be done. And this is a big one. This is a big one. So let me first set up what's going on here. First, stimulus established some wonderful stuff in this country. It was continued to second, continued to third. Thirds added some new stuff as well. And those things are all slated to expire in September. Here's the problem. If you were with me last year, you know exactly what I'm about to say. This Congress goes on recess in July. They don't come back to September. Those items will be expired by then. And they're not going to take care of you. They didn't take care of you last year. They let FPUC expire. They could do it again and not take care of you. So let's go over the items that are expiring and so you understand what they are and where to push. The first group is all the business grants going away. All the unemployment assistance going away. And then all of the rent assistance going away. And trust me, I saw your comments on Mornings LA. You were just shocked when you said, rent, I need rent. Business, I need more help for my business. Unemployment, why would they get rid of that? So let's go through each of them, and then I'll give you my opinion of the situation and give you sort of a roadmap of what's going on. So the business grants are all going away. PPP, EIDL grant, EIDL loan, shutter venue grant, restaurant grant. No one is slated for them to continue. They're not. More about those in a second, but no one's slated for them to continue. This is just shocking. Now, the president did extend PPP by executive order a few days ago. So could he extend this other stuff by executive order? I don't know. He's very inconsistent with his executive order, so I don't want to rely on that. I want to get it in the bill so it's just signed into law. All right, so that's the first group. So push Purple Power if you think those need to be extended. They should be, I think. The second group is the unemployment. I think this was the one that shocked people. All the federal unemployment items that were created in CARES Act 1 in March of 2020 last year are set to expire? Yes. PEUC, which extends UI, set to expire. PUA, which is independent contractors, sole practitioners. The only financial relief you get for unemployment assistance, because there is no unemployment assistance from your state, this is federal PUA, set to expire. And then FPUC, that $300 a week that goes on top of your benefits, whether you UI or PUA, all set to expire. I mean, I've been covering this since before they went live. I recorded my first video on this on April 25th when this channel launched before the programs went live on April 28th. And now they're set to expire. I think it's bollocks that they're expiring. I think it's absurdity. I think it's absurdity that when anyone would let them expire. Here's the rub. Long-term unemployment numbers, 16 million people still long-term unemployed. The number's not improving week to week. It's not improving. The new jobless claims every week, new unemployment claims every week, the number is actually flat or getting a little bit worse. So no room for improvement there, meaning more people are long-term unemployed because you're just adding more to the list. And then the number of job creations, we're waiting for that number for the month of April. But as of March, it was 8 million jobs missing. So with all that unemployment problem, we're going to let unemployment assistance expire? No. And trust me, don't let these people let it expire in July and tell them to fix it in October. They won't. They'll fix it in December like they treated you last year with FPUC Retro. So this is a big push, Purple Power. And let's go to the last group. The rent. Oh, boy, I saw some of your comments on Mornings LA to this one. They're like, I need the rent. Well, the good news in this video, I'm going to go over that you can get rent for third stimulus, but guess what? The rent is just for now. So let me tell you why I'm a little worried about this last group. Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and mortgage utilities, eviction moratorium, and mortgage forbearance all set to expire. And let me tell you what I'm worried about is their mindset. Their mindset is we should expire eviction moratorium and mortgage forbearance because we're giving them rent money. We're giving them mortgage assistance. We're giving them money to pay their bills. We shouldn't be keeping these moratoriums in place. So understand that's what their pushback is as you push for those as well. Meantime, there's a lot of big money going live this week, going live last weekend, and going live in a few days. I'm going to show you all that big money you can get. This is third stimulus money that you are owed. I'm going to go over that as well. It's all very exciting. And guess what? I'm also going to sort of navigate you through this web of confusion that people have delivered on unemployment benefits at $10,200 and those other things. I'm going to explain to you which ones you get, which ones you don't get, and which ones you need to do something about right now. But first, here's a little bit about the community page. I'll be back in 60 seconds. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues in 2 hours from now with Evenings LALATE. Evenings LALATE, I can tell you tonight, will be a big broadcast. We'll go over more about the fourth stimulus check, that monthly stimulus check. But we'll also deliver a big fifth stimulus check update that'll go through all the deal provisions in the fifth stimulus package and also the SSI reform. Guess what? In fifth stimulus, there's a lot of money for single individuals. There's money in there for seniors. There's a lot of money in there, not just for families. And then 2 hours after that, we're back with LA Late Night, that irreverent laugh-a-minute only broadcast with Javita Lay and Sirloin. These two last shows, Afternoons LA and Evenings LA, are the last two big informative shows of the day. So with that, make sure you subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single video across the board. Thank you for becoming part of this family. And my message to you is always be inviting and kind and respectful to other people in this channel. So if you're a new subscriber, say, hi, I'm a new subscriber, I'm new here. And if you see a new subscriber, say, hi, how are you? Interact with them. I want people to look at this channel and say, wow, that's a channel where everyone treats everyone really well and very nice. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. All right, with that, let's get to the big details about what this big money is going live and what's not going live. All right, so first, the following items went live late last week, and let me go over those items first. The shuttered venue grant went live at sba.gov. It's not just for venues, and it's not just for shutters. It's at sba.gov. The restaurant grant, which is not just for restaurants, but it is a grant, went live at sba.gov. And guess what? This week, today, all this week, going live, is the big money for homeowners and renters of third stimulus. Yes, very exciting news. So that money that the federal government's sending to the states and the cities lands this week for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, homeowners' utility bills, and other renters and other utility bills. Incredible, great news. Now, this is the third stimulus money for that. If you have been looking for this money before, there was money there for first, it ran out. There was money for second, it just ran out. Second stimulus is what I'm referring to when I say second. Second stimulus, it just ran out. So this is a new wave of money landing for third. Remember, when reaching out to the volunteers, a lot of the nonprofits like United Way, Salvation Army, Community Action, Catholic Charities, they have different qualifications to get this money, to get their money than to get the federal money. So if you reach out to the federal government and you just hear something you're like, I don't know if I like that, then consider reaching out to some of the nonprofits. They pay those as well. So then what's going also live this week? Coming out this coming few days from now is two big other items. First, the teeing up, the getting ready of the money for the children, the $3,600, and the tax refund money of the $10,200. Now, if you're looking for that $1,700 of college financial aid, you need to reach out to your financial aid advisor to get that money. The mortgage, the student loan debt forgiveness is one of those items that is starting to annoy, piss people off, I guess you would say, including me. Miguel Cardona has just sort of made a mockery of the situation, and I don't know what's with Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer lately, but it's like they borrowed Bernie Sanders' lawn chairs or folding like lawn chairs, because suddenly all that incredible push that they had for student loan debt forgiveness by executive order has fallen apart. Remember, they pushed for executive order for student loan debt forgiveness and got the president to agree to do a memo, have Miguel Cardona, his education secretary, do a memo in 2 weeks about forgiveness of executive order, of student loan debt by executive order. That memo was due like literally 3 weeks ago. So it's now been 5 weeks and it's 2 to 3 weeks late. What's going on here? Do your homework, education secretary. Do your homework. I mean, people are just starting to get really annoyed by not only that Cardona hasn't done it, but that Warren and Schumer have literally dropped the ball on it. There have been these strange reports in Politico, I think it was, that said that they hear that it's going to be done in June or July. Why? I mean, just do it now. You want to set up the parade with the balloons in June for it? Do it now. One of the things I did not get to record on Sunday about the student loan debt forgiveness, which is important to understand, is a new report that said that the vast majority of Biden's cabinet is Yale graduates. And he has specifically said he didn't like to do student loan debt forgiveness because of who he's forgiving the debt for. And it was very targeted towards Ivy League graduates. So many think that the article actually cited the quote and cited his staffer's background, and said that his staffers may be behind the causing the impetus, the blockade for getting this done. All right, so now let's go to the other money that's coming out. First, the children's money, $3,600 and $3,000 starts in the month of July, $250 a month or $300 a month. You're not automatically getting it. There's a series of YouTubers who want you to believe that you're automatically getting it. That's not always true, and I'm going to tell you why it's not always true. Two things have to happen. One, you make less than $75,000, and IRS knows you make less than $75,000. And two, IRS knows the child exists. This is a biggie. If IRS doesn't know the child exists, you're not getting squat. So let's go over who are the two type of people that have to fix something right away. First, you don't file tax returns. IRS doesn't know you have a child. You need to file that tax return. Number two, you do file tax returns and you have not listed that child as your dependent because it's a newly born child or something else happened. You need to file tax returns. Those two groups of people need to get that tax return done by a tax preparer. Go to a tax preparer and get that tax return done, because guess what? The deadline to do it is just a few days away as we approach that new deadline for the personal tax return in 2020. All right, then finally, the unemployment refund. Boy, this one has literally been butchered by a lot of YouTubers that are telling people they're getting automatic checks, they're getting refund stimulus checks, they're getting $10,200. Oh my goodness. So let me tell you what you are getting, what you're not getting, and what you need to do and what you don't need to do. First, the law provides that if you got unemployment in 2020, and that includes FPUC, PUA, and PEUC or UI, the first $10,200 of it is tax-free from the federal tax return, not from the state tax return, from the federal tax return. So the people getting refund checks this month, this week from IRS are people who filed a 2020 tax return already, a federal tax return, and paid taxes on that first $10,200. Not talking about state taxes, I'm only talking about federal. And these are people who already filed the 2020 return. How much are you getting back? Let me use an example. People said, well, that number's not, that's not the right tax rate. I just want to use a simple number. I can use 10 and 12 and 2. I just want to use a simple number so you follow me. If, let's say, your unemployment last year paid you $8,000, your complete tax bill last year was, and I'm saying 2020 return, was $5,000. And and that portion of that $5,000 that was just the taxes on your unemployment was $1,000, then you're getting $1,000 back. That's what you're getting back. You're getting $1,000 back. You're not getting a full tax bill back of $5,000, and you're not getting your unemployment back. Some YouTubers are literally saying you're getting $10,200 stimulus checks this month in your bank account. No one is in the United States getting $10,200 from the IRS. No one. Because they're not returning you all your unemployment, which you already got. They're returning the taxes on the unemployment, which you already paid. And it's not a stimulus, it's a break even. So if you paid $12, they're returning the $12 to you. You're breaking even. Also, what's important to know, and that's why I'm putting this as in Afternoons LA so I can spend more time on it, is that if you have not filed your 2020 tax return, you're likely not getting a penny back from IRS for your federal refund of your unemployment assistance. Here's an example. Let's say you had $8,000 in unemployment assistance in 2020, but have not filed your tax return. And of that $10,000 in unemployment, when you got it paid to you each week, you took out for taxes, and you took out, I don't know, let's say a number, $10. Federal government is not returning the $10 automatically. In many cases, a lot of very in-depth tax websites have said, no, you need to actually file return and say, return me that money. I paid this amount of money for my federal deduction out of my weekly unemployment benefits. Now return me that money. If you don't request it by a tax return, you're not getting it. Again, let me say that slower again. So if you have not filed your 2020 return and you already deducted for federal taxes when you got your unemployment each week, you're going to have to file a 2020 return requesting that money back. So hopefully that's clear to you. It's a little bit more elaborate than people think. $1,700 for college students. Reach out to your financial advisors to get that. The earned income tax credit, the $1,504 under third stimulus. That is, I believe, a 2021 tax credit, not a 2020. Reach out to your financial advisor as well. And then finally, one big message, which I haven't done in a couple of days, almost a week. I want to tell you this one. If you have a lot of things to fix, when you go to your tax preparer, say, these are the items I got to fix. I haven't filed my 2020 return. I need to fix this. Tell them all your problems. Because IRS was supposed to give an advisory about how to fix these things. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. So if you're missing a second stimulus check or a third stimulus check or a first stimulus check or due back money back for unemployment or anything else, you have a lot of things to fix, and the tax return is the place to fix it. And those tax preparers can give you that advice. Remember, I'm not a tax preparer, nor can I provide tax advice. But there you go. Coming up tonight on Evenings LA, I'm going to go over the big money under fifth stimulus, because fifth stimulus has SSI and STI reform, raises up your benefits to a new number, removes the income exclusion, removes the asset exclusion, removes the marriage penalty, it ties you to inflation. Also go over what Warren Buffett said about where inflation's going. That's really good news for you by tying your benefits to inflation. I'll go over which beneficiaries see this increase. Then I'm going to go over the incredible details of what's in the fifth stimulus package, it's not just children. It's also single individuals, seniors. I'll have all that great details and more. That's coming up tonight on Evenings LA. I hope you join me. That is a big show, and it's just 2 hours away from this broadcast. That Evenings LA show is at 8 p.m. And then after that, we go into LA Late Night with Sirloin and Javita Late, that irreverent-only show. It's been a great day across the board, and I really appreciate all your kindness. One of the messages I invite you to share is that if you're a new face, if you're a new subscriber to this channel, say, hi, I'm a new subscriber in the comments of the live chat. I'm a new subscriber. And then if you see that new subscriber and you're an old viewer of this channel, welcome them. Welcome them so that people look at this channel and say, wow, that is the kindest, most inviting, the most inclusive community there is out there. People really try to help one another and try to be inviting to one another. I want us to be the envy of everyone else with our kindness and our thoughtfulness. And with that, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Approaching 400,000 subscribers, breaking every YouTube record there is. Also, like this video, 2,000-3,000 likes. It really helps in the algorithm ranking. Let's help get this video to #1. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. The link's at the top of the chat and in the pinned comment. And as a member, you get access to the PDFs, especially what is in the fifth stimulus package and the fourth. Stay informed, stay focused, keep on smiling. I'll see you on Evenings LA in 2 hours from now. And hi, I'm in the live chat. And stay with LA for more.